The thing is, of course, every agent for a fashion photographer is insisting now that they take a camera and make a film, but it's not such an obvious transition. A filmmaker has one set of criteria and a fashion photographer has another. And a fashion film is not a fashion shoot that's moving. That's not a film. And that's a big problem still to this day, that many people think if I use a red camera or if I do this and it's moving, it's a film. It's not a film. You need to construct a film. You need to know where you're going, at least have an idea. You know, all the things pull in the attention of the audience in the first 30 seconds of the film. If you don't, you're never going to capture them because it's short. You know, I collaborated with Modern Weekly in the last edition. At Centre Pompidou, we had a selection of films that were either Chinese directors or inspired by China. And, but they were films, you know. And I know you're developing it more at the magazine. And I was talking to Shaway the other day that, you know, we're going to talk about having some more in the next edition. But my main interest is real directors making films, like Mike Figgis, who made Kate Moss do her first acting role for Agent Provocateur. It's an amazing film, you know. But look at all the directors that now make fashion films, whether it's Roman Polanski for Prada or Wes Anderson for, you know, I want films. Bruce Weber's been part of my festival from the beginning, I think. He's been making fashion films and real feature films for 28 years. And then, depending on the camera he uses, you can pull the fashion campaign out of the film instead of the other way around. I think that's the future. Because I like to do what I feel, and it's not like I think like I want to be a pioneer. I just want to make my own path. I don't follow what's going on. That's why I don't care about trends. You know, it's still a matter of defining and refining and making an effort to try and get people to realize, brands especially, to hire real directors and pull out your campaign from that so that these directors get money. Because, you know, a feature film director, it takes a long time to get budgets of millions of euros or dollars. In the meantime, they could be making some really great films. And if you have a really great film like the Prada Polanski, for instance, that film stands by itself and it has no sellout date. And that's going to communicate your brand atmosphere much longer than a still campaign. It's something that has a validity. Because I've always supported designers, and now I'm doing this push for directors, which in turn is supporting brands and designers. And you know, one helps the other, and it just, to me, it's a natural progression. But you have to educate people to know that a fashion photographer, just because he has a movie camera and it's moving, it doesn't make him a director. To just look inside yourself and figure out what's the message you want to pass by your clothes. What's personal to you. Don't try and copy what everybody else is doing. Leave that to the high street.
Long is the way and hard.